сам. done here. Should I help with this now? Should I move there? Done. Should I take care of this now? All done here. Should I help with this now? kept in our storage, Jan.
What? Huh. I always thought I'm a dog person. I know. I thought so too. Then we adopted Hector. It's a shame you don't have a picture of him.
surface exploration vehicle. So this is where he landed. Damn, you look busted. Shame. Could have made good use of you.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Ah, another movie. This one was actually on my pile of shame.
just lie still and think of something engaging.
When will you have the results?
Not before I finish scanning everybody. You're the first one, so after we finish, you can go to bed and come back in the morning. I should know more by then. Okay. Ready? Here we go.
Damn. I hope everything will turn out just fine. I hate waiting. Feels like waiting for high school finals or something.
can see you're uncomfortable.
Anxious. I've had my share of stress lately. How can I help? What do you usually do when things overwhelm you? Well, I like to look for hope. In medical articles, for example, I look through reports about new medications or vaccines. Every time someone comes up with a cure for an obscure illness, I feel happier. Here's the medicine. And the fact that we're not dying from things like scurvy right now. About that, you are remembering to take your vitamins, right? I found something interesting outside. An exploration vehicle. Landed quite a distance from where the base was dropped. No kidding. A buggy? More like a truck, but it's busted. Oh, damn. I bet it's one of those turret vehicles. Did you know they were radiation proof and you can stay out in them for days? Is there any chance you could do something to get it up and running? Up and running? It took a mighty uncontrolled fall from what you're saying. I wouldn't get my hopes up. Is there a problem? Yes, Jan, there's definitely a problem. People are fed up with how you're running this mission. What do you mean, fed up? What is this? Are you blind? Things gotta change, or else. What exactly do you want me to improve? I'm still sleeping on the fucking floor. Are you gonna build that dorm, or what? I hear you. I'll do what I can. Jan, I noticed we're missing a few rad filters. So, you have our results? Yes. It was a long night, but everyone got scanned. I've just finished running the results through our medical software. And, well, there's no easy way to put it. It's there. Mutated tissue. It's growing in our brains. What? You mean we all have it? No. Not all. Almost everyone is affected, but there's one exception. You, Jan. You're the only one that's clean.
Holy shit.
Yeah. You know what that means? That it was caused by accelerated growth in the womb. Maybe. But there were other factors at play. Take rapidium, for example. Or a combination of circumstances, such as the radiation disrupting the tissue growth somehow. There are two things we know for sure. One, creating any other alter will most probably result in the same condition. And two, if we don't find a cure, we will all die, just like the sheep. The whole crew, except for you. It's a matter of days. So, how do we find a cure? Well, I don't know. Try as I might, this is where my expertise ends. Okay, don't worry. We'll think of something, right? We always do. I don't know, Jan. Maybe the people who told you to branch yourself will be able to help us. Maybe. I am still waiting on a call from Lucas about the coordinates. It's worrying he hasn't got in touch yet. Well, let's hope he does. In the meantime, the best we can do is focus on getting rid of that gravity distortion. Even if we can't make it to the end of the mission, at least we can clear the path for you. Okay, Matt. Thanks. Hey, man. How are you taking it? First Molly dying, and now your condition. It must be hard for you. How am I taking it? Well, I've been thinking. If Molly was the first one you created, and I was the second one, does that mean I'm next in line? Maybe it just means that you're my second best friend. Well, all right. After the sheep. What an honor, thanks.
The irony is, I liked being around that creature. It kinda consoled me.
Yeah, me too. I thought I was the only one who missed the poor beast.
Did she remind you of Mom's dreams, too?
Yeah. She always wanted to move to the country and settle down on a farm.
She wanted to raise sheep, remember? It only came back to me after Molly went.
Yeah. True, I'd forgotten about that. Dad never took those dreams seriously. And neither did we.
That's an understatement. We absolutely hated them. Her annoying love of nature. Every weekend she'd go, "Jan, why don't we go for a walk? See how the park has changed since last week."
Looking back, I wish I'd said yes more often.
Yeah. Our idea of a perfect day was to stay in our room all day and play games.
Luckily, she let it go eventually.
Oh, no. Now, she gave up on us, but she never let go of her sanctuary.
Sanctuary? What do you mean?
In the park? The bench? Yeah. She couldn't have a house in the country, so she found herself a hideout in the city. Her favorite bench. She revealed her little secret to me years later. You're telling me she never took you there?
No.
Oh. Right. I guess that's because it was after Dad moved out. You were gone by that time.
What was it like?
Actually, it was beautiful. And finally, I was old enough to sit still for 5 minutes and just look at frickin' trees with her. Doesn't sound very special, but it was. You wouldn't understand. And after she passed, I went to sit on that bench on my own. Every time I was down, I went there. It comforted me. I guess I could really use a place like that now. things lying around the turret. Could it be someone was trying to fix it?
Lucas, what took you so long?
Man, finally. I was trying to reach you for days, but I was getting some crazy distortions. I had to reprogram the frequency. What the hell is going on out there? Is the base safe?
We've encountered another obstacle. But it's not my worst problem.
Why? What's going on out there?
Actually, yeah. The sheep I had to create to test Rapidium, she died suddenly.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry for your loss.
That's not the point. Our scientists opened her up. She suffered from a mysterious brain mutation. And the alters, it seems they're affected by it too. All of them.
Shit, Yan. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
What about you?
I'm fine. It's just them.
Oh.
Yeah. Rapidium. Not so great after all.
Yeah, I guess it couldn't be perfect. Nothing is. Not in this world. Still, we can't give up, Yan. Not yet. Maybe there's a cure. A method to undo this side effect. Tell me, do you know anything more about this condition?
I have MRI scans of the whole crew, and Molly's autopsy report.
Wow. You've been busy. Send them over. I need to take this to Maxwell at once.
Maxwell, are you sure I can trust him? Last time I spoke to him, turned out he's in some kind of conflict with the corporation. What's this guy's agenda, really?
Well, looks like he trusted you since he told you all about it. Look, don't worry. It's not really a conflict, it's just... Well, it was very unfair how they treated him. Shut down his lab, basically killed his scientific career. He was like a fish taken out of water, you know? And now seeing what you've done, he must have felt so excited, like it wasn't all for nothing. And he's jumping into a river again.
His research must have been interesting. I mean, the corporation decided to shut it down. That says a lot.
Yeah, you're right. What can I say? Not many people were ready for it. Altering mind records. I mean, we were on the brink of a real revolution in cognitive science. But the practical implications, they could change so much more. And we were just a step away from getting it right.
We?
Yeah. I worked with him on Project Ela. That's why I followed him when he was transferred to mining ops.
So, if Project Ela was so great, why was it killed?
Officially? Some corporate budget-cutting bullshit. But if you ask me, once the board realized what he was doing, they got scared. What they had in mind for our lab was a contract with the Army that could go on for years and guarantee state funding. They wanted to fix people so they could send them back into action. We wanted to cure them.
That project, Ela. What was it about?
Helping people. Patients affected by PTSD, war veterans mostly. Everyone else wrote them off. Except for Maxwell. He never gave a shit about what other people thought. He came up with new quantum-based technology to ease the pain of their trauma. Altering memories. Painful memories.
So, you think Maxwell could find a cure for my alters?
I don't know. But what you're doing is a continuation of his life's work. You can be sure he'll do everything to help you. I'll talk to him at once and relay your findings to him. We'll see what he thinks.
Okay.
Now, you said something about an obstacle blocking your way? How serious is that?
To be honest, I don't know. I haven't investigated it properly yet. All I know is that it's some kind of a gravity field distortion.
Gravity distortion? Shit. Well, that would explain why I couldn't get through to you for so long. This is not good news, Yan. I'd advise you to use a gravity sensor to collect as much data as soon as possible. Neutralizing this thing might take some time and resources.
Yeah, I'll jump right on it.
Hang in there, Yan. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Thanks, Lucas.
L7 out.
Finally, a good movie.
Hey man, I was thinking, have you ever noticed how often we
Finish each other's sentences? Yeah, we have lived together for
way too long? Right. I feel like we've probably had
every conversation two people can have. Right. So we
always know what the other one is.
thinking.
Right. But like, specifically, why?
Do we do that? I don't know. Like, where do you think
That compulsion comes from? Not sure, because it's certainly not like a.
endearing quality?
Oh.
No. Mostly, I feel like we want to just show
That we're like engaged listeners, right? And we're
empathetic.
yes,
And also maybe a little bit
impatient, right? We're kind of like
insufferable.
Pass me another beer,
know-it-alls,
please.
Can't handle
the idea
Yeah.
of like an unresolved,
melody. Right. And in a way, it does sort of make us
really annoying,
Right.
Well, like we could totally
Stop if we want to, obviously. We just have to face
our fears and just never
finish
this
current.
ongoing.
Ew, guys.
Sentence. Right. Can we actually
Stop? I don't know. Sure doesn't
seem like it? But like, I have
total autonomy
over my own
thoughts, right? And I certainly
can't be read.
like a book
It's like my mind tells me
to just stay quiet for sure, but like then somehow the instinct to
finish a sentence.
kicks in as if it's
Totally out of
my
my
control, right? And I'm like stuck in
some kind of sentence
vortex. Hang on, quick. We need to both say the most like random
thing we can think of.
that we would never otherwise say. Right.
My foot has an
Area code all its own. That's
in a Peruvian rug shop.
located entirely
That's
within the
ridiculously
International
amusing.
Space PlayStation, and it's a.
Pluvia stafama stage wells. Those
were
were all the things
I was going to say. The fake word at the end.
What is happening? Oh my god. Wait, maybe the reason we keep
Finishing each other's
is
sentences.
because they're not.
Each other's sentences.
Maybe we're actually
Only
one person. God! Oh! No, we're just really annoying. Right, yeah.
John, I'd like to talk to you.
I sure hope we'll get some treatment soon. Hey, how are you holding up?
It's, all very confusing. Things are happening so quickly. I've just woken up to this strange reality, and now... death? I thought I was prepared for it when I applied for this mission, but it doesn't make any sense.
Are you settling in? You joined us at a difficult moment.
Believe me, before I got here, I've seen some of the most unfriendly places to live on our home planet. Not much can put me off. Want to know what really impresses me? The variety of walks of life in this base, all belonging to one man. It's amazing how different we are.
Yeah. Guess I got used to it by now.
I don't think I ever will. I noticed something else, too. The others. They have a lot of common memories, many things that they can relate to, but me? I seem to be different. More different, I mean. I think it must be because I branched away at some much earlier point in time.
I know the exact moment. A fight on the street on our way home from school. Some thugs robbing a teenager.
So, that was it.
Yeah. You went after them.
I didn't. Wow. I acted on an impulse. You really think that such a small thing could have changed my life so completely?
It was an act of courage. That's not a small thing.
Courage? Huh. I don't think so. More like, thoughtlessness. I never thought about what I'd do if I caught up with them. Fight them. Luckily for me, I never did. But, I guess, without it, I'd have never seen an alternative to living with Mom and Dad. I'd never meet Edgar. Edgar, a retired doctor, my mentor. He worked down the streets of the slum district I ventured to. Distributing food and medicine to the needy. Took me under his roof and taught me that however much you do for others, there's always room for you to become a better person. You just have to see it.
Sounds like a wise man. No wonder you preferred hanging around with him than with Pops.
It's not that simple, but yeah. He gave me a sense of direction. Living for others. Freeing yourself from material needs and desires.
Free from desires? Does that mean you're some sort of monk?
No, Jan. Far from it. In fact, I was just going to approach you about something very human.
Go on.
Well, you see, I look around and I see amazing people, us, a unique group of extraordinary individuals. But what are we mostly preoccupied with? Efficiency. Scurrying and hurrying to get things done. Prosaic tasks. Repetitive activities. Even if we entertain ourselves, it's for a purpose. We never pause because we're so afraid to die. But eventually, we will die anyway, right?
Of course. But it does make a difference if we die now or later. Who knows? Maybe it makes more of a difference if we die happy or not. The only thing certain is the present moment, Jan. And I know one thing. We're not cherishing it enough. How can we cherish it? We can stop for a second and enjoy something special together. Let me prepare a feast for our group. To feed not just the body, but the soul. Make everyone feel that even if their material life has to end, their existence will be timeless. A feast to celebrate our mortality on, let go of our fear. What do you say? Okay. And what would you need to prepare such a feast? Don't worry, not much. I'm used to running a mass kitchen with only the basic ingredients. But I like to experiment with some recipes first. So I guess I'd like to ask you for some time and a decent amount of fresh greenhouse produce. All right, let me see what I can do. Thank you. Let me know when I can start experimenting. Look at that smile. You dreamt about Lena again?
Even better. I got an old picture of her.
Oh, really? Huh. I'm happy for you.
To the sailor evacuation.
All done. Should I take care of this now?